This video captures a terrifying moment where a car in the oncoming lane of a highway veers off the road and rolls over. It serves as a stark reminder that driving on the highway requires constant attention and focus. It's important for all drivers to maintain a safe speed and be aware of their surroundings, especially on busy highways where speeding is usual. A car suddenly enters the oncoming lane colliding with a oncoming car. It's unclear what led the driver to make such a dangerous maneuver. As we can see in this footage, a car is driving down the wrong side of the highway. Suddenly, the car collides head-on with oncoming traffic, causing a serious accident. It's important to remember that driving on the wrong side of the road is extremely dangerous and illegal. In this clip, we can see a car trying to pass the vehicles in front of them by entering the extreme left lane. However, the driver soon realizes that the lane is already full of vehicles that are stuck in a traffic jam. In this footage, we can see a serious accident that occurred at an intersection. In this clip, we can see a car driving between two trucks on the highway. As the truck in front slows down, so does the car, but the truck behind fails to slow down and squeezes the car. The exact reason for the truck's failure to slow down is unclear, but as always, this could have been prevented if the rules were followed. As we can see in this clip, a car on the road suddenly swerves, causing the driver to lose control of the vehicle. The car veers into the oncoming lane, colliding with another car. While the exact reason is unclear, the pothole might be the reason. It's important to note that sudden and drastic maneuvers can be dangerous as shown. As we can see in this clip, a pickup truck with a trailer attached is slowly losing control on the road, but unfortunately the vehicle completely goes out of control, resulting in a serious accident. It's important to remember that driving with a trailer requires additional caution and attention, as they can significantly impact the handling of the vehicle. In this clip, a car is collided with another car in the oncoming lane, and the cause of the accident is unclear. It's important to drive defensively and remain attentive at all times to help prevent collisions. In this clip, an accident occurred at an intersection with no traffic lights. It's unclear which driver was at fault for the collision, and a similar type of accident as the last one. A truck with a heavy trailer is attempting to take a corner, but it's going too fast for some reason. Unfortunately, the driver seems to have been unable to avoid crashing due to the conditions of the road. It's important to remember that driving in inclement weather conditions requires extra caution and slower speeds. As the car goes out of its lane to make the pass, a car that was already in the lane behind it loses control. It's important to remember that passing other vehicles requires careful planning and attention to traffic conditions. It's important to remember that intersections can be particularly dangerous areas, and it is crucial to always follow traffic signals and check for the other vehicles before proceeding. A car fails to notice an oncoming BMW that had just completed its own overtaking maneuver. It's important to exercise caution when attempting to overtake another vehicle on the road. A truck is making a turn at an intersection when suddenly a vehicle enters its lane from the left. That causes the truck to go out of control and ultimately results in an accident. Two cars have collided with each other on the road. The exact reason for the accident seems unclear. A car has crashed into the side of another car at an intersection. It's important to always approach intersections with caution and to be aware of other vehicles on the road to help prevent collisions. We see a car losing control, which results in a very bad accident. As always, I'm hoping they are fine, even if it would be a miracle. In this clip, we see a car crashing into the barriers. It's important to remember to always stay alert and focused while driving. Two trucks are driving at the same speed in parallel lines. The car then tries to pass the truck on the right, but unfortunately an accident occurs, causing the car to become stuck between both trucks. It's important to remember that passing other vehicles should only be done when it's safe and legal to do so. It's important to always check your surroundings and blind spots before changing lanes or making turns to ensure the safety. We see a car suddenly swerve into the oncoming lane for an unclear reason, which results in a collision. It's important to drive defensively to help prevent accidents like this from happening. In this clip, you will see a pretty slippery road, and no, this isn't the actual accident. Driving on the slippery roads can be extremely dangerous, as seen in this clip where multiple accidents have occurred. Always be sure to take extra precautions. Collision between two cars at an intersection. It's a reminder to always be cautious and be aware when driving, especially at intersections. In this clip, we see a car on a snowy road lose control and enter the oncoming lane, resulting in a collision with a car in the ongoing lane. We see a car in the oncoming lane suddenly lose control and enter the ongoing lane, resulting in a collision with another car. In this clip, we see a car in the oncoming lane suddenly swerve into the ongoing lane, resulting in a collision with a car already in that lane. It's important to always be aware of your surroundings while driving. And almost the same type of accident as the previous one. The difference was that it wasn't suddenly in this one. In this clip, we see a car making a hard turn and crossing over into the ongoing lane, resulting in a collision with a car traveling in the opposite direction. Defensive driving and being mindful of other drivers can go a long way in preventing accidents on the road. This type of accident can occur for a variety of reasons, including the driver distraction, fatigue, or impairment. It's important for all drivers to stay focused and attentive at all times, and to maintain proper lane control to prevent accidents like this from happening. In this clip, we see an unexpected event occurring on the road. Yes, an explosion. This is a very unexpected one, and I'm hoping, yes, as always, that everybody involved is fine. We see a car on a snowy road lose control and enter the ongoing lane. And this is an unclear accident too. I mean, the reason was unclear, and how it exactly happened. In this clip, a car attempting to turn into a new road by entering the oncoming lane collides with a car approaching from that direction. It's important to remember to always check for oncoming traffic before attempting to make a turn or change lanes, as failing to do so can result in accidents like this. You just saw how the accident possibly occurred. Who do you think was mainly at fault here? Well, this wasn't clear. There are a lot of factors that might have caused this, which would be too long for me to say, so I'm deciding to leave it to you. In this clip, we see an ambulance with its sirens on approaching an intersection. However, it collides with a car as we see. It's a reminder for drivers to always be cautious when approaching intersections. In this clip, we see a truck crash through the barriers and enter the oncoming side of the road. The cause of the incident seems unclear. In this clip, we see a car on the highway that's been involved in an accident and has ended up rolling over for some reason that's not entirely clear. It's a stark reminder to always drive defensively and keep your eyes on the road. In this clip, we see a car slowly drifting out of its lane and into the oncoming lane. Unfortunately, this results in a collision with a truck that was traveling in the oncoming lane. In the video, it appears that a driver of a truck attempted to change lanes from the right lane to the left lane, but misjudged the lane configuration and collided with the barriers dividing the lanes. This serves as a reminder to all drivers to exercise caution and maintain proper control of their vehicles. We see a car appearing to lose control and swerve off the road. It's not exactly clear to us how this happened due to limited visibility of the cam. We see a car rear-ending another car, causing it to enter the oncoming lane and collide with the truck. It's important for all drivers to remain vigilant and aware of their surroundings while driving. In this video, we witness a shocking collision between a car and a tram. This serves as a stark reminder of the importance of always obeying traffic laws and remaining vigilant while driving. This video captures a frightening moment as a car loses control while navigating a bend and ends up crossing into the oncoming lane, colliding with an oncoming vehicle. It's crucial for drivers to approach bends with caution and reduce their speed. In this video, we can see a car driving through an intersection after the traffic light turns green. As the car proceeds, another vehicle suddenly appears from the left and two cars collide. While driving on the highway, a car signaled and attempted to change lanes to the far left. Unfortunately, another car was already in that lane, resulting in a collision. It's important for drivers to ensure it is safe before changing lanes or making sudden maneuvers on the road. While driving at an intersection, a truck appeared to have turned too sharply, causing it to tip over and flip onto its side. It's important for all drivers, especially those operating. While turning left at an intersection, a car appears to have entered the oncoming lane. A truck in that lane then crashes into the car. While passing through an intersection with traffic lights, two cars collided with each other. It's unclear who was at fault, but it's possible that one of the cars ran the red light. Always make sure to follow the traffic rules on busy highways to prevent accidents like this. In this clip, a car appears to have lost control, swerved into the oncoming lane and collided with another car. Remember to drive at a safe speed, keep a safe distance from other vehicles, especially on slippery roads. It seems that a truck was following a car in front of it that slowed down suddenly. The truck behind the car made a hard turn to avoid a collision, causing it to crash into the divider barrier and enter the oncoming lane. The truck then collided with another vehicle in that lane. This highlights the importance of maintaining a safe following distance and being alert for sudden changes in traffic flow. Despite watching this many times, I have still not understood how this accident happened. The only thing I can say about this is that it was a bad one. It appears that a car was attempting to make a turn at an intersection and entered the oncoming lane to do so. However, a truck in that lane collided with the car. It's important for all drivers to follow traffic laws and to pay attention to other drivers on the road, especially at intersections. And thank you for watching.